Data was collected by performing two separate experiments. The first experiment, we recorded our heart rates right before speed walking 3 laps of the Natural Science Building Hall and directly after. We also recorded how many hours we exercised for. Stupid.
We hypothesize that people who exercise more than 6 hours per week will have a smaller change in heart rate after walking than people who exercise less than 6 hours per week will have. We conducted additional research on the effect of exercise on heart rate. The research recommends 150 minutes per week of moderate exercise. This will improve exercise capacity, strengthen the cardiovascular system, and allow the body to use oxygen more efficiently. It also prevents the body from tiring quickly after energy use and lowers overall blood pressure. The percent change in heart rate immediately after speed walking was 20% for people who exercise more than 6 hours a week and 88% for people who exercise less than 6 hours a week. In Experiment 1, our hypothesis was consistent with the data. It was consistent because the people who exercised more than 6 hours a week did have a smaller change in heart rate. The second experiment, we recorded our heart rates right before drinking 100 milliliters of black coffee and 30 minutes after. We also recorded whether or not we are chronic coffee drinkers. In Experiment 2, we hypothesized that chronic coffee drinkers will have a smaller change in heart rate 30 minutes after drinking coffee than non-coffee drinkers will have. We conducted additional research on the effect of caffeine on heart rate. The research indicated that caffeine can stimulate receptors on cells in the heart to increase heart rate by approximately 3 beats per minute. These effects can begin as early as 15 minutes after ingestion and last up to 6 hours. Caffeine affects people based on size and tolerance. People who consume caffeine regularly normally have a higher tolerance. The percent change in heart rate 30 minutes after drinking coffee was 5% in non-coffee drinkers and 6% for chronic coffee drinkers. In Experiment 2, our hypothesis was not consistent with the data. It was not consistent because chronic coffee drinkers did not have a smaller change in heart rate 30 minutes after drinking coffee.